Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Super Mario Brothers movie, Mario and Luigi figures. Now, I am really excited to show these off because these are so cool. These are awesome. I'm not joking. The detail on these things look insane. Honestly, I'm so excited to open these up. And this is probably going to be a bit of a longer video because these are a lot more I want to say sort of premium, I guess, figures. So there's a lot to look at with these. Beautiful looking boxes. I mean, look at these things. Just, I like the black background, and I like how you can see some of the little symbols. I'll show that off in a minute. But I understand that they've done Mighty Bowser and Toad, Peach. They've also done the plumbing van. They've done all sorts. But right now we're going to be reviewing these two. So we're doing a lot of Mario movie content at the moment. But there's an Illumination ranking coming soon, which isn't fully Mario. So yeah. So let's have a look at Mario's box to start off with now. Of course, let me just move Luigi to the side. Pop him over here. So Chris Pratt right here. So it's got this great looking window. You get to see the whole figure, which is cool when it comes with a plunger as his accessory. And then, of course, you have the Mario on there. I always thought that picture looked a bit off. I don't know why. I feel like that picture looks so different to the other, like, Marios and everything, like the actual design and everything. But as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a question mark block there. Mushroom, another question mark block. Superstar, 2 question mark blocks, and then you move up here, Super Mario Bros. Movie logo, and just a few other details on there, which is really cool. So we move to the side where we get this nice cool look at the figure, and not much toys do that now. I feel I'm not a crazy big like toy collector. I more collect sort of figurines and things, which are kind of the same thing, but you know, this box is one that you want to keep and you don't want to get rid of. So the detail and everything, I really like this. Really nice picture. Luigi has one as well, but we'll have a look in a minute. So if we move to the side here, we get another full view, holding the plunger, doing that little side angle right there. It's cool. Still continuing the black background and everything. I love it. So we move to the back, which is where all the magic happens. I'm just kidding. So nice picture of Mario, quite similar, but you know, just shows you what he can do. Realistic eyes, so the eyes actually follow you. They're like acrylic, I think they are, or something like that. I can't remember. Premium details and points of articulation. 16 points of articulation. That is very cool. And then at the bottom here, there is some just, you know, they did the red bottom to represent Mario, which I think was really cool. Nintendo, Illumination, Universal, licensed by Nintendo, and the Illumination logo as well, made by Jack Specific. So without further ado, let's do Luigi now. We'll probably do this one a lot quicker. The front is the exact same details. Sadly, it doesn't have Luigi. It has Mario, of course, to promote the film. The side, it is Luigi. So if you'd like to see both of them next to each other, they're really cool. So yeah, and then we move to the side, and if you'd like to see both of them, just the sort of same, but just with different characters. But of course, Luigi is holding his flashlight instead of his plunger. And then back, it's the exact same except with Luigi. So it says realistic eyes, premium details, and 16 points of articulation. And what's really cool is the bottom bit is green to represent, of course, Luigi. That's really cool. I really like that detail. I believe Toad's is blue and Peach's is pink. I think that is what it is. So that is kind of the box, really. So let's get these two opened up. So we'll do Mario first, but we will review the pair of them. So let's do Mario. So open him up. And what's really cool is that this bit is also red as well, to obviously represent Mario, of course. So let's take him out. And before we do Mario himself, let's just look at that in the box. I mean, all those different details, really cool. Love that. So here's Mario. Let's pop him out of the box. Have a closer look at him without further ado. They're quite hard to get out because they're so like articulate. So there's Mario, and then let's get his little plunger out. So there is Mario. We'll pop that back in the box for now. Let's just pop that in there. I'll just pop that down there for now. And then we have Luigi. Let's get him out. My favourite Mario character, as a matter of fact. So we're opening Charlie Day right now. Let's get the figure out first, and then we do the accessory. They are hard to get out. These things, they're nothing too easy. So much rattling going on. Almost there. There we go. Right, there's Luigi. Looks all messed up. And then flashlight. Out right there. So if I just pop this back in the box, just so we don't have a crazy mess back here, we can just got room for the figures. If I pop, I'll actually do this just to do a cool little background. There you go. So let's do Mario first. So here is Mario, looking really, really cool. So if you'd like to see his accessory, it is a plunger. There's not a crazy lot of detail in there. There's some details within the wood, which is cool. I'm not really sure if you can see it on my camera, but it's cool. It's a bit bendy, so you don't want to be bending it too much, otherwise it will snap. But Mario himself looks just amazing. Honestly, I couldn't ask for more. I'm just gonna quickly fix the blind a little bit, because it's kind of yeah, there we go. Just a little bit to block out the sun, because it's just reflecting a bit. Sorry about that, guys. But here's Mario. Honestly, beautiful looking figure, really. I really love the detail on him. So the hat is literally just amazing, because it's got like all the stitches and creases that you would have in a normal hat. His hands have like that detail, and I think they have the cut on the glove, which is a really cool detail as well. And of course he has the newly added front pocket, which I actually have my Mario amiibo here. And of course that is sort of a comparison. This one looks a lot realistic. It doesn't look exactly like the film. I think they tried to make it just a little bit more cartoony, and I have no problem with that, because I think just, a real Mario figure would be a little weird. But of course he's got the brown hair and the black moustache, which is really cool. And then you come down here, his overalls are very light, and he's got them two buttons right there and the collar. And then of course we move down here, he's got a button there, and there as well. The feet are really cool. The little shoes, they've got a lot more detail. Mario's doesn't have laces. And then down here, it's got like the actual like pattern sort of thing on the bottom of the shoe. I really like that. That's one of my favourite details, really, of the whole thing. So if you ever to, I don't know, make him walk in the sand or something, it'd probably make it a cool pattern. So as for articulation, there are 16 points for articulation. Now, you want to be careful when moving the head, because that's about as far as it goes, but I don't really think you need it any further. You can do it like that, but it gets a bit loose, so I wouldn't. Mine's gone a bit loose now. You have to kind of stiff it up. It's alright. And then the arms. So the shoulder moves, the arm moves, and the hand twists around. That's the same with this one. And then we can see here with the legs. So these bits move, the legs, sorry. And he does twist a little bit. I don't think you want to twist him crazy enough. And then the legs bend, so you can make him look like he's sitting, but it's pretty hard. So then we move on to the final bit, is the realistic eyes, which are quite creepy. These aren't going to sit well with everyone. Personally, I really like them. See, look, he's following you around. There you go, that's really cool. So then if we give Mario his plunger, that is what he looks like. There are all sorts of poses that you can do. You can make him like that. You can put the plunger the other way around, as we can see in the photo, like that as well. So really, really cool, honestly. He's got some great detail with all the stitching, the button detail. The collar is really cool. And just that is Mario, really. Honestly, really cool figure. So now let's do Luigi. So Luigi is a lot like thinner than Mario. He's taller than Mario, but we'll do the comparison between them two in a minute. Now, Luigi's a little strange because his arms like kind of all around the place, but don't worry too much about that. So here's Luigi, looking really cool. Now, let's do his little flashlight first. So this is really cool. I know people wanted a vacuum to represent Luigi's Mansion, but spoiler alert, it's not actually in the film. So if they were to do a Luigi's Mansion film or scene in the sequel or something, it would be a really cool thing that they could do. So it's got some plugs in there and this little fan, some little lines, and of course the little button, which sits really well where Luigi holds it. So that is really cool. I will show you that off a little bit more when he's holding it. But as for Luigi, wow, just so good. It looks so much like him, just like Mario. So as for the hat, it's literally the exact same. Luigi is a lot of a thinner figure, but the stitches look awesome. They, really feel good. And then, of course, they've got stitches around the L as well. Forgot to mention that with Mario. As for the head itself, it has obviously a different moustache, the brown hair, and the eyebrows at the same time. Everything you expect from a human. And then we move down here to the overalls. Literally the same. It's got a lot more of a darker colour than Mario's. I actually think I prefer this one. I think it's a little bit more reminiscent for Luigi. Luigi's always had a bit of a darker one though. So the buttons, and of course it continues the stitching detail. It has the cut in the glove, and it has Luigi's little pointing thing, so you can do that little pose with Luigi, which you see him do a lot in the promotion pictures for different games. So yeah, move down here, of course, it's just the legs, and the feet move as well. The feet are a lot smaller than Mario's. He's just a smaller figure. He's less bulkier. He's taller, but he's not as wide as Mario. But we will do that in a minute. And then you move to the back here. Of course, it's just the same, really. So then for details and movement, so here, so we have the left and right arm that move, and these elbows move as well. The hands twist around. The head moves the exact same. This bit twists a bit more. His legs twist a lot more. And of course we have his legs which bend. Just like that. So he's like, yeah, what's up? How you doing? Let me try and stand him up if I can. No, he's not going to stand. You need something to sit him on. If you have something like that you could try and sit him on, it would be really cool. Let's try and see if we can sit him on there you go. He sits on the flashlight. So it does work. But yeah, so now let's add the actual flashlight to Luigi. I do plan on trying to get more of these figures, by the way. I'm just currently working on it. So, Luigi, here we go. So here is Luigi holding it. Now, what's really cool is, like I mentioned earlier, is the thumb actually sits on the button. So it looks like he's just flicked it on and he's going through the mansion or whatnot. Which is cool. So I like to pose him like this. This is my favourite pose for him because that's just so reminiscent of the games. So now we have to compare. So like I said, they're both very good. They're very, very good. But if you're wondering which one you should pick up, the first thing to question when you're thinking of which one to pick up, because these are pricey. These are not cheap. These are not cheap figures. For action figures, they are not cheap. They are quite expensive. So if you're, if you can only get one, just question Mario or Luigi. Just in general, keep these away. Mario and Luigi, which one do you prefer? Personally, I prefer Luigi. But I really do love the Mario one as well, so of course I did get that one. But just get your favourite character to start off with, and then just grow your collection, your second, just like you do with anything else. And also, they both have the same movement. Accessories are slightly different. Personally, I think that I prefer the torch, I think, because it's more solid. This one's bendy, like the arm. But I think when it comes to sort of like positioning and your characters, I think Mario definitely comes out on top. But here they are back to back. As you can see, sorry if you can hear my dog barking, by the way. The Luigi is a lot taller, but he is. I can't really show it off, but he is a lot like thinner. And if you're wondering, can Luigi hold Mario's plunger? I will show you. But it's a straight answer, no, to Mario holding the flashlight. So you actually have to bend Luigi's arm like open in order for him to hold the flashlight, and it's flashlight or plunger, and of course he's going to hold the flashlight. So with the plunger, it just flaps around. It doesn't do anything to, it just sits there. So can't really do a crazy lot. But if you want Mario to hold the flashlight, you are going to have to bend his thumb, which is going to be a problem because it's not really something you can go back on. So I suggest just keeping them to them. I don't really see why Mario would be holding a flashlight. So yeah. As for the figures themselves, which one do I prefer? I can't decide which one I prefer. I do love both of these guys. They're so cool. Honestly, my only complaint is that they are pricey. They are pricey figures. They are not cheap. They cost a lot of money, and they are, for what you get, I would say they're a little overpriced. I mean, you could have nudged it down a tiny bit, I think. That's not to say they're bad figures, but they definitely put a lot more effort into these than they did. So I actually have the Jack-specific Mario figure here. Of course, he's a lot smaller, so you're going to get a bit of a different kick out of him. But that is the Mario, and the Luigi is just here. That is the Luigi as well. Boy, they look tiny here now. But that is the Mario and Luigi, so yeah, you can get like a pack of these ones for the price of one of these. So, but if you're a fan of the film, I highly recommend you pick these up. If you're a fan of Mario, I highly recommend you get these. Even if you weren't a fan of the actual Mario film itself, I still think you're going to enjoy these as just a Mario fan themselves, or just a Nintendo fan, because they really did put a lot of effort into these. They're really good for display, and there's so many different ways that you can display these. Whether it is with the accessory or without the accessory, they actually are really, really good. There's so many different iconic poses that you can do with Mario. You could just make him wave. You could make him, having a party. You could just make him walking around. They stand really well. Like, there you go. He looks like he's learning to walk, doing his baby steps or whatnot. Well, let me just take these two away. But honestly, I do think that these are worth getting. But what one's your favourite? So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I've spoken enough, I feel, about these things. I just wanted to give the full display about these. But if you are going to get one, I highly recommend them. They're awesome for any Nintendo fan. You're going to love these. They're really cool. I have them displayed on my desk, just like this. So I highly recommend getting them. And the Mario and Luigi ones, they just go so well together. You can't have one without the other, so you have to get both. Really cool, honestly. Highly recommend these. I couldn't recommend them more. And, the whole set that they've done is just so cool. So let me know which one do you prefer. Let me know your thoughts on the Mario movie. Also, what ones are you going to consider picking up? And, any other ones? Because obviously these aren't the only ones they've done. I would hope for a wave 2. I don't know if they're going to do one, but I don't know. Let's hope so. But anyways, guys, you can side them like that, and they'll be staring here. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video.